Is it a cartoon thing too? Same guy did it, or or
I think so.
really? Do you know the guy, or
No.
does he send you T-shirts? Or
No.
no?
No.
That's got to be weird. People are making T-shirts about you.
There's a lot of weird Iowa people now. No, it's crazy.
Weird in a good way, though,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly.
Was it hard to see Amari and who's the other guy? Oh, Balaga. I know you and Balaga were close. Was it hard to see them go early? And did you fight
really.
the temptation?
Every guy makes their own decision, and we're all individuals, and they were at a point in their career where they needed to leave. Mari, he had some trouble academic-wise, and as far as pretty much just coming back to school, get kicked out, coming back to school, things like that.
Yep.
So he needed to leave, and needed to go on with his
He
life.
had a daughter, right? He had
Yeah.
a daughter right after.
Yeah, exactly. Stuff like that. Balaga, he was in a point career where, he went 23rd overall, so it's pretty good for him.
Yeah.
Time for him to leave.
What else? Can you run through maybe what your highlight from last year was? What was your highlight play?
I'd probably say the Orange Bowl. Watching our defense perform like that on a big stage like that, and pretty much show to the nation that we can play some defense.
Last year, with the cab thing, there was a racial element to it, wasn't there?
There was some words thrown out there, but at the end of the day, I not overreacted, but I reacted in a way that I shouldn't have. So, it was taken out the way that it should be. I should have been punished for overreacting.
It was the N-word, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And is that something that still it has to set you off?
It does. It's a racial slur, but some people out there use the word. So, I'm pretty sure I'm going to get it again. Being on the stage I am, so now that I know how to handle it, it's a good thing. I regret doing it, but I wouldn't take it back because I think that made me a better person.
And when you've come in, Iowa's different than where you're from in St. Louis. Did you heard it much in Iowa, or have people been pretty good?
Not at all. That's pretty much my only time ever hearing it, so it's kind of it was a shock to me. I never done with that situation before, but like I said, now I know how to deal with it, and it will never happen again.
And I have to ask this question. I know it's crazy, and I don't know how much you even know about it, but you had a stalker.
Yeah, I know well about that situation. I had a stalker, a girl who, I don't know, one of the worst she is, but she got obsessed with me a little bit. And
it boiled over at a game, but what was it like? It wasn't just a game, I imagine.
No, it was pretty much months leading up to the game, or several months, 4 or 5 months leading up to the game, and I think that was the final straw where I just had to get it dealt with.
Yeah, was it scary?
It was scary. Dealing with that and not knowing what a person wants to do to you. As far as like violence or anything. So it was scary. It wasn't like a fun deal or I have a stalker. I have a stalker. I need to do something about it.
What was it like for? When you're in a game, did you hear what was going on?
Yeah, I heard the things that were going on. That's one of the things that's great with you. Kinnick behind the bench isn't that much room, so it scared me, and that was kind of like the final straw.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you call the police?
I call the police every time.
Oh, really?
Another episode.
Mm-hmm.
Is she gone now? Is she out of here?
Yeah. Finally.
The police thing that did it?
Yeah.
You got a stalker, you got a Penn State offensive lineman with his picture. Is this crazy? What's going on last year?
I'm a beautiful guy.
This is last year, like Ryan Kerrigan was saying, he kind of enjoys being in your kind of being overshadowed by you because it takes the pressure away in a way. But it's crazy what's happened to you in the last year.
Yeah, there's some things, but it like I said, it comes along with being a good player. I wouldn't change it.
What do you remember from the Penn State game? Take me through the game itself and on the break.
That whole weekend that was a great weekend as far as like just traveling to the game, sitting in the stadium and seeing it like empty, and that whole Saturday leading up to the game with my teammates, enjoying that Saturday, watching the game. I remember watching the Michigan-Indiana game on TV, and that was a great game. And just getting to the game and get on the field, see all those fans and stuff like that, and the game itself, it was a great game. It was a great battle. First play on defense, they scored a 50-yard touchdown, and then coming back from that, it was great.
Can you talk about? I mean, they've all got a chip on their shoulder for Iowa coming up this season. Quinn Barham's got the picture of you on his phone. How badly do you guys want to keep beating them? Keep that chip on their shoulder.
I don't know about it's a chip, but I would say it's a great battle and it's a great rivalry every year. So I mean, you got to bring your A game when you play those guys because they're great and their offensive line scheme is pretty much to run you over and kick your butt. So you got to bring your A game. So playing those guys every year, you have to bring a little bit more.
Given how close it's been the last couple of years, is it kind of budding into sort of a rivalry between you guys?
I think so. I think it's going to be a great rivalry, and we play similar, not exact offense and defense, but we play similar styles. So it's a great battle every year.
Thanks, man.
Adrian, I just wanted to ask you about Coach Parker, Norm Parker, and just how much of an influence would you say he's had on you, like throughout your career, like from when you first got to Iowa up till now?
I think he has a great. I mean, he's our defensive coordinator. And he's a great guy, and he's a wise man. He knows the game. He's been coaching for I don't know how many years, and he knows the ins and outs and what to do, what not to do.
And does that knowledge that he has of the game, does that rub off on you and the rest of your teammates on the defense?
Yeah,
as far as like,
I mean, sometimes you don't think a certain way, and when he says it, it makes you think like, oh, that is the way to be thinking. So yeah, he does.
Now, have you gotten a chance to talk to Broderick at all since the arrest that he had last month?
All of us got a chance to talk to him, and we're behind him 100%. We're his teammates, and we know that he made a mistake, but he's a great guy, and he's going to move on from it.
And just how has he handled,
I mean, he's a little down, but I mean, last year at this time I was down with my situation. I had my teammates behind me, but he's gonna be all right.
How good do you guys feel you could be as a defense? Because like on one hand, I know you lost guys like Pat, AJ, and Amari, but you have yourself and the entire D line coming back, and then you still have a guy like Jeremiah, you have Tyler and Brett.
I think we can be pretty good. I mean, it depends on the work we're putting in camp. If we put in a lot of work and a lot of sacrifice and a lot of grind, then I think we'll be pretty good.
When you hear that Greg Jones is named the preseason defensive player of the year, is that something that kind of maybe motivates you, considering like last year you were MVP of a BCS bowl game? And
no, not at all. I mean, he was the postseason player of the year for the league, so there's no reason why he shouldn't be the preseason. I mean, he's led the league in tackles for the past 2 years, and he had pretty much almost as more sacks as I did last year, so he deserves it.
And what for you would constitute like a successful senior season?
I mean, just helping my defense and my team win as many games as we can.